Just wait for 2 more minutes and then I'll start the class. Let me just update about this in the group, in my WhatsApp group, and then I'll start my live. Okay guys, slowly, in 2 minutes I'll start my class. Do join and do subscribe. Hi dear, how are you? I hope you guys are fine. Do let me know whether you guys have any doubts. I'm perfect. I'm perfect. I'll just start in 1 minute. Just wait for 1 more minute and then I'll start the class. This is going to be a really easy class. So do join and do subscribe, guys. Okay. I think it's already time. I'll just wait for 1 more minute for few more people to join and then I'll continue. In the meantime, if you have still not subscribed to my channel, then do subscribe. I hope I'm audible as well as visible. Do let me know. Okay, so it's already time, guys. So today I will be sharing a daisy granny square pattern with you guys. This is a very easy pattern. However, few months ago I already shared another daisy granny square pattern in a live class. I don't know whether you guys have seen that live or not. If not, don't worry. I've also a written pattern in my blog, and in the blog itself the link to that class is given. So there are many patterns of same thing like daisy granny, sunflower granny. There you'll get more than one pattern for the same thing, right? So the one that I did earlier, I don't have it right now, that's why I cannot show it in the live, was dense. So here you can see spaces, isn't it? So the previous daisy granny square pattern that I shared in a live had dense pattern. It did not have these spaces. So now if you are planning to make a tote bag or any bag, so you don't want spaces in them, right? But in majority but this pattern looks prettier than that one, and in majority of bags you do linings, isn't it? So the linings helps you out to cover up the spaces, and lining is always preferable whenever you are making a tote bag and selling them. So keep that in mind. And this pattern is, I am preferring this particular pattern over the one that I did earlier because this is spacious and this really looks square, isn't it? And this looks prettier one. So this pattern is really easy. Okay, so this is one thing that I wanted to share. So today I will be share. So one more thing, in today's pattern as well as in the previous pattern I did till 3 rounds. Okay, today I will be doing till 4 rounds. The fourth round, hi dear, how are you? The fourth round is exactly going to be same for both the squares. So it will be a solid granny pattern for the fourth round. So it will be exactly same. Now if you want a bigger granny square of 4 rounds, then you'll do that. I will stick to 3 rounds for my bag. Okay, that is one thing that I wanted to share. But if you want a bigger square, then always go for the 4th round. I will share the 4th round with you guys. You can implement your own pattern for the 5th round if you want still a bigger square, so that's your choice, but that will be easier. So that is one thing that I wanted to share. Now in a tote bag, it's your choice if you want to make a tote bag having 9 squares or 16 square, 9 squares in the front side, 9 squares in the back side. That can be one choice. Another choice can be 16 square in the front. Sorry, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Yes, if you want 16 squares in the front, 16 squares in the back, that is your choice. That can be another thing. If you want to increase the length, the height of the bag, then you can choose total 12 squares in the front, 12 squares in the back. So it's your choice how many squares you want. I will not make a bigger square bag. Truly speaking, I am interested in making a sling bag. So I will stick to 4 squares in the front and 4 squares in the back. However, the stitching pattern is going to be exactly same for everything. So it's your choice. The size of the bag depends on your preferable choice. Okay. So I will just give you a very nice direction of how to join the squares, which is exactly going to be the same for joining all the squares in the next class, not today. Okay, so that is one thing. So that after today you'll get enough time to make your squares ready, and then you'll join it in the next class along with me in the live. However, in the next class I'll be doing a lavender flower pattern, and after that class I'll be doing the joining. So I have planned this class in this way, so you will get enough time after today to make all your squares ready for your tote bag or sling bag or side bag, whatever you want. Remember, joining the granny squares will lead you to a bigger square. You can also make a different type of pattern, anything you can make with granny squares. So in the next class I will share with you how to join the squares together and how to make a handle. Okay, that is what I'll teach you in the next class. So today I'll do only the square pattern with you guys. Okay, so let's start. So what am I using for making the square? I am using a 4-ply yarn, the normal one that I got from India, the cheaper one. So it has got 4 plies in it, intertwined to form the yarn, and it matches with my 3mm hook size at this point. Okay, so your hook size should match with the yarn, and then only you'll get a nice square pattern. Okay, so my color choices. Now I'll be doing a central yellow for the daisy, and the petals should be white, of course, and the border for 4 squares I'll have pink borders, and for 4 squares I'll have purple border. I don't know, I'll change the color scheme also, so you choose it according to your choice. Okay, so now let's start. I have already shared the material and the square. Let me start with the pattern. Okay, of course I'll start with a magic ring. So since this live is going to stay recorded for lifetime, so I'll just do the magic ring for once, because in my most of the classes I begin with it. So if you guys follow me, then you guys know how to do it already. So you're going to place 2 fingers in this way. Place your yarn on top of the fingers and hold it with your thumb. And hold the yarn and wrap it around the finger, forming an X, right? And turn. And hold the other end with your ring. Practice in this exact order if you are a complete beginner. Hold your hook pointing downwards. Place it below the first loop and on top of the second. I hope it's visible, so that you can easily pull the second loop in this way below the first loop. See, you can see an A over here, right? Twist the hook so that you can form a loop around the hook. Now place the hook below this yarn. Step by step do. This is the larger end of the yarn, remember? And pull the yarn through the loop that is already present in your hook. Just practice your magic ring in this way. Take out your fingers and your magic ring is ready. I prefer taking out the tail in this way. So your magic ring is ready. Now we will begin with our round. So now I'm not going to repeat the magic ring. If you are a beginner, just follow the playlist in my community section of my channel. Just subscribe to my channel, follow the playlist of beginners classes and practice the beginner stitches. So now guys, what are we going to do? I already made the magic ring. Now we are going to make the central bud. Let me just tell you one thing. The central bud has got chain 2 followed by 12 double crochets in the magic ring. Okay, so that is what. So if you guys already know how to do these stitches, do it. And the ones who don't know, do it along with me. Or if you are still a beginner, just observe whatever I am doing and do by following the recorded class after the live ends. So guys, we are going to wrap the yarn around our index finger and secure it with our little and ring finger in this way and hold the magic ring tightly. Practice holding it. You should be able to pull the loop in opposite direction in this way easily. Practice holding the yarn in this way if you are a beginner. So let's start with chain 2. You already have a loop in your hook. Yarn over and pull the yarn through the loop. So you did one chain, we will do another chain in this way. So chain 2 done. Remember, we did the chain 2 only to increase to a particular height. If you are a beginner, blindly follow whatever I am doing. You don't have to understand anything at this moment. So just do your chain 2 and forget that you did a chain 2. This is the first thing whenever you'll do a double crochet round. Okay. So chain 2 done. Then we will start doing our double crochets in the magic ring. Yarn over. What we did, we just moved our fingers to place the yarn on top of the hook. So we did yarn over the hook, right? Now insert your hook in the magic ring and pull the yarn outside the ring. You will have 3 loops in the hook. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. See, in this way we did a double crochet. So let's continue doing our double crochets one by one. Yarn over, insert your hook in the ring, pull the yarn outside. You'll have 3 loops. Yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops and yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. So this is how you do your double crochets. I'll do it another time slowly. Yarn over, insert your hook in the ring, pull the yarn outside the ring, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. Hi Aradhya, thanks for joining in. So we did 3 double crochets. Let's continue doing our double crochets. Now I'm going to increase my speed. I'll slow down in the middle. Thank you dear. I'll slow down in the middle, but let's just increase the speed. 3 double crochets. This is the 4th one. With practice, your speed will increase. 5th one, 6th one, 7th one, 8th one. Let's do the 9th one. Yarn over, insert your hook in the ring, pull the yarn outside, yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops and then through the last 2 loops. This is how you do your double crochets. Big impact. Wow, in this moment my heart starts to glow. Wow, Aradhya, thanks for sharing these nice words here. So let me see how many double crochets did I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 double crochets. Let 3 more remaining. So it's actually 9:42 a.m. here in USA. Okay. Yarn over, insert your hook in the ring, pull the yarn outside, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops and then through the last 2 loops. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. Okay guys, so we did 12 double crochets in the ring. We will pull the tail of the ring. This is the small yarn is the tail of the magic ring. Pull it tightly, right? So in this way we closed our magic ring. Now we will complete the round by inserting our hook in the first double crochet stitch. Now remember, we did a chain 2 at first, 1 and 2. Then we did our double crochet. Insert your hook at the top of the double crochet. In this way, happy National Crochet Day, dear. You will see 2 loops. Now pull the yarn through that stitch outside. Just follow whatever I am doing. I am about to do a slip stitch. So this is the first loop and this is the second loop. We will pull the first loop through the second loop and our slip stitch is ready. Then we will do a chain 1 by yarn over and pull it through the loop. We did a chain 1, make it tight and take your scissors or cutter, whatever you have, and cut your yarn because we are going to do a color change now. Pull the yarn, pull the loop in this way. Don't remove your hook but pull the loop and pull the yarn now to make the stitch tight. Insert your hook in the same stitch from below and pull the yarn backwards. This will make your work neat and clean. Since this is really looking big, I don't want things hanging from my magic ring, so I just made it shorter to make it a little bit neat and clean. So guys, the bud is ready. Now we are going to do the petals. Now be little this pattern be little bit careful because this has got a slight different pattern. So before joining a different color to your work, we begin with a slip knot. Okay, so now I'm going to make a slip knot. Place your finger in this way. Place the yarn on top of the finger. Hold it with your thumb and wrap the yarn around the finger, forming an X. Turn and hold the other end of the yarn with your middle finger. Pull the first loop slightly so that you can easily insert your finger below that loop, and from below that loop pull the second loop in this way, and with your other finger pull the shorter end of the yarn. Pull them apart and you made a slip knot, right? Insert your hook in the slip knot and pull the larger end of the yarn to make it tight. So we made a slip knot. Now guys, we are going to start our round 2. Insert your hook in any stitch of the last round. However, I personally prefer to insert it in the first stitch of the last round. Okay, place the yarn on top of the stitch and pull the yarn through that stitch outside in this way. You can see 2 loops. We are simply going to do a slip stitch, that is pull the first loop through the second loop. So we connected our color 2 to our work. Now guys, we are going to do a cluster of 3 triple crochet stitches. Now the beginning stitch is going to be different from the other cluster stitches. So what am I going to do guys? This is the round 2. I will start with a chain 3. Okay, first the chain 3, we will consider this as the first triple crochet of the 3 clusters. Okay, so we are going to do a chain 3 at first. So let's do it guys. This is only the beginning stitch of the round, that's why this is going to be different from the remaining. So if you're a beginner, blindly follow whatever I'm saying. With practice, you will understand the concept slowly. Okay. So 1, 2 and 3. We did chain 3, right? After that, guys, complete the cluster by doing the remaining 2 triple crochet stitches cluster. Now the cluster stitches are different. In my previous classes, I shared with you cluster of double crochets. Today I am going to share with you cluster of triple crochets. So how to do that? Yarn over twice. Then observe, in the same stitch where you did your slip stitch, insert your hook. Pull the yarn outside. You will have 4 loops. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. Right? Now, the second stitch done. Yarn over twice again. Insert your hook in the same stitch and pull it outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. Just do whatever I am doing. At the end, guys, you will have 3 loops. Yarn over and pull it through all the 3 loops together. So this is a cluster of triple crochets, right? Now we will do a chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. For the space, let's do the cluster of 3 triple crochets in the next stitch. Now this is different from the first. So we are going to begin with yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the next stitch. Pull the yarn outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops and yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. We will do till here. Then again yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the same stitch and pull it outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. Keep it to here. Again yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the same stitch and pull it outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops and yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. Now you are going to have 4 loops. Yarn over and pull it through all the 4 loops and your cluster of 3 triple crochets are done. So what we did 3 triple crochets partially and joined them at the end. Right? So this is what we did. After the cluster, we are going to do chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3. Let's continue. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the next stitch. Pull the yarn outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops and then through the next 2 loops. Yarn over twice again. Insert your hook in the next stitch. Same stitch. Pull the yarn outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops and then through the next 2 loops. So 2 partial triple crochets are done. Let's do the third one. I hope you understood the pattern. And the third one is also done. 4 loops are remaining. And pull it through all the 4 loops. So you can see, guys, that the first set is different from all the remaining one because in the first set we had to increase to some level. So that is the only difference in the case of cluster stitches and all the other stitches. Most of the cases in the rounds the first stitch is slightly different from the remaining. So let's proceed. Don't forget to do the chain 3. So let's proceed to the next stitch. Again yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the next stitch. Pull the yarn outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. 2 loops will remain in your hook. Then yarn over twice. Insert in the same stitch and pull it outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops and then through the next 2 loops. 3 loops will remain in your hook. and then yarn over twice and do your last one. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops and then through the next 2 loops. 4 loops will remain at the end. Yarn over and pull it through all the 4 loops. So these are known as cluster stitches. So cluster of 3 triple crochets. If you want to make a dense petal, you can do cluster of 4 triple crochets. It's your choice how you want to do it. If you don't want so much space, you can decrease it to chain 2. So it's all your choice. But if you are a beginner and if you're still in the practicing range, since I have already a practice of more than 5 years, it's actually 6 years, so I know that there can be various patterns in the same type of things, right? So I can play with the patterns and I know how to experiment. But if you're still not in that zone, that experimenting zone, and if you're still in the practicing zone, so I'll suggest you to follow the pattern exactly as I'm doing, and then slowly, when you are comfortable, maybe in few weeks or few months, when you are comfortable making your own patterns, then you are good to go. Okay guys, let's continue. In the next stitch, now I'll just increase this. Oops, I did a mistake. Yarn over twice and do it. So we are doing cluster of 3 triple crochets. So blindly follow whatever I am doing in this way. 4 loops are there. Yarn over and pull it through all the 4 loops. Do a chain 3. So 1, 2 and 3. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 petals already done. Total 12 petals will be there because we had 12 double crochet stitches in the previous round. So number of petals will be 12. So while following my live, just listen carefully the small tips, tricks and small informations that I am giving for you to understand. So even if you're not doing along with me, just observe and listen to whatever I'm saying. That is important. So always do chain 3 after your petals, because we are going to do our stitches of the next round in the chain 3 spaces. Okay guys. So 6 already done, 6 remaining. I hope you're following. If not, do let me know. I'll slow down again. So quickly I'll do the stitches one by one in this way. Chain 3. If you want, you can do cluster of 4 stitches also. It's your choice. And if you want a dense daisy square, then I'll be sharing another link today in the community post in my YouTube channel, because I previously did another a live class with a different daisy square pattern, so you can also follow that if you want. I prefer this particular pattern because this is spacious and this looks prettier according to me. Okay, so we are going to have chain 3 and slowly we are proceeding to complete our round. Make sure that at the end of the round you have 12 petals. One more tip I'll say you. Why 12? Because 12 is a multiple of 4. Remember this. A square has 4 sides. So remember, whatever double crochets you do, it should be multiple of 4. Okay? Preferably 12 or more. So it's your choice. Stick to this pattern if you are a complete beginner. Then in this way we are completing our cluster stitches. I'll do slowly in the next stitch. Okay, I'll slow down now after this stitch. Chain 3. Let me just count how many clusters I did. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 done, 12, 2 more remaining. So what am I doing guys? Yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the next stitch. Pull the yarn outside. Yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. You will have 2 loops remaining. Then yarn over twice again. Insert your hook in the same stitch. Pull the yarn outside. Yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. So what are we doing? We are doing that thing twice only. Yarn over and pulling, right? Now we will be left with 3 loops. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the same stitch. Pull the yarn outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops and then through the next 2 loops. We are left with 4 loops. Yarn over and pull it through all the 4 loops together. And your cluster is done. Chain 3. 1, 2 and 3. So guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Last one remaining. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the last stitch. Pull the yarn outside and do your this thing. 2 loops left. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the same stitch. Pull the yarn outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops and then through the next 2 loops. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the same stitch. Pull the yarn outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops and then through the next 2 loops. 4 loops will be remaining. Yarn over and pull it through all the 4 loops. Do a chain 3 and slip stitch in the. Okay, now we have completed our all the 12 petals, right? We will now close this round. So this is the first cluster stitch, right, that we did. Insert your hook in that cluster stitch. Pull the yarn through that stitch. We have 2 loops. Pull the first loop through the second one. And do your chain 1 after that and cut the yarn. Pull the loop with your hook. Make it tight. And insert your hook in the same loop and pull it through the pull the yarn backwards. So our round 2 is completed. So this is how it will look. I hope you did not skip any stitch. Chain 3, chain 3, chain 3 done in after every chain. 3s are remaining are very important. So our round 2 is done. Okay, just give me 1 minute guys. I've got one email. I need to reply to that. I'll just come back in 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Then I'll start with this round, the round 3. And in the meantime, if you have still not joined my still not subscribed to my channel, do subscribe. Okay, let me just give me 1 minute. One important thing came by. I just need to reply to one important email immediately because that is important to my work. Then I'll proceed with round 3 immediately. Just give me 2 minutes time guys. I'll start immediately. Okay. To follow reply in this option. Okay guys, I'm back. Sorry for this delay of 2 minutes. Actually, I really had an important email to reply. That's why I had to just take this gap. So guys, okay, done. So guys, I will now continue with this color. Let's just start. Of course, while color change, we will do a slip knot. So wrap the yarn, place your finger in this way, wrap the yarn around your finger, forming an X. Make sure that this end is slightly long, okay? And wrap the yarn in this way. Hold the larger end of the yarn with your middle finger. Pull the first loop so that easily you can insert your second loop and pull the second loop from below. And pull the shorter end of the yarn apart, right? So we have made a slip knot. Insert your hook in the slip knot, pull the larger end of the yarn to make it tight. So guys, we made a slip knot, right? Now we are going to proceed with our round 3. That is really easy. Just observe first and then I'll proceed with the round. Just choose any chain 3 space of your choice. Do a chain 2 there and do 3 double crochets, okay? Then chain 1, then 3 double crochets in the next chain 3 space, chain 1, and then in the following chain 3 space, do 3 triple crochets, chain 2 and 3 triple crochets. This is the pattern that we are going to follow throughout. So let's start guys. Insert your hook below the chain 3 space, place the loop on top and pull it outside. Pull the first loop through the second one. Do a chain 2. You guys already should know how to do chains. We did a chain 2 to increase to a particular height. Forget about that. Then we are going to do 3 double crochets. So yarn over, insert your hook in that space again, pull the yarn outside, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same space, pull the yarn outside and do your second double crochet stitch. You guys already know how to do double crochets. Let's do the third double crochet. So we did total 3 double crochets. Okay, just observe carefully, listen carefully whatever I am doing. After 3 double crochets, do a chain 1 only. Then in the next space also do 3 double crochet stitches. So 1, 2 and 3. Now I have increased the speed because you guys should know how to do double crochets by this time. Do a chain 1. So what we did, we completed one side. Okay. Now we are going to do our first corner of the square. So yarn over twice. We are going to do 3 triple crochets. Insert your hook in the next space. Pull the yarn outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the next 2 loops. Yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. So we are doing complete triple crochet. So remember in the second round, we did partial triple crochets for the cluster stitches. But here we are going to do our complete triple crochets. Okay. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the same space. Pull the yarn outside. Yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, then through the next 2 loops, then through the last 2 loops. Okay. Yarn over twice. Insert your hook in the same space, pull the yarn outside, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through the next 2 loops, and yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. Done. Then we are going to do chain 2 for the corner. Okay, and we are going to repeat 3 triple crochets in the same space again. So what I'm after doing the 3 triple crochets, guys, I'm going to explain why I did triple crochets. In case if you're not understanding, just I'll repeat it once. After 3 triple crochet, just do a chain 1. So what I did, guys, now till round 2 we had a circle, okay, but in round 4 we are converting the circle into a square. So the sides are going to have shorter stitches. The height should be shorter, but the corner should have longer stitches. The height should be higher than the double crochets. Okay, so that will give a increasing effect. The corner should be chain 2, so it will give a pointed corner thing, and proceed with the same pattern with the other side. The height should decrease slowly and then again increase to the next corner. So the circle will get converted into a square. Okay, that is the main thing that we are doing. Now we are converting the circle into the square in the round 3. So guys, yarn now in the next space 3 double crochets after the, I hope you did a chain 1 after the triple crochets, right? In the next space we are going to do 3 double crochets. Then chain 1. Again 3 double crochets in the next space. I have increased the speed, so sorry for that. And after the 3 double crochets, do a chain 1. So we completed, guys, one side, one corner, second side. Now we are going to do our second corner, so which is again going to be a triple crochet round. Yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull the yarn outside, yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops, then through the next 2 loops, then through the last 2 loops. Let's just increase the speed and do our next 2 triple crochets. These are the corner stitches, guys, and chain 2 for the space of the corner, and 3 triple crochets again. Yarn over twice, insert your hook in the space, pull the yarn outside, yarn over, pull it through the first 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through the next 2 loops, and yarn over and pull it through the last 2 loops. So this is known as triple crochet. We will do one more triple crochet. So we did our corner stitches. Before proceeding to the third side, we will do a chain 1, guys, and yarn over, insert our hook in the next space, pull the yarn outside, yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops, then through the next 2 loops. So in this way we are going to have 3 double crochets. Chain 1. Again in the next space we are going to have 3 double crochets, guys. If you are not following, simply write down whatever I am saying. Okay, so 3 double crochets done and chain 1. So we completed one side, first corner, second side, second corner, third side. Now we are going to do the third corner, guys. I hope you are understanding the pattern. If you are not understanding, do let me know, guys. I will be happy to help you out. One suggestion, simply write down the pattern as I am saying, so it will be easy for you to remember. So I write down all my patterns, guys, in my website blog, and that is completely free for access. So I'll share the link of this pattern, I guess today only. If not today, then surely by tomorrow Tomorrow there will be no class. Then the next class will be on Monday actually. Saturday, Sunday I go on trips with my husband. So that's why Saturday, Sundays it is really difficult for me to stay and do the classes in this particular time. So that is why I will not be able to take classes on Saturdays and Sundays. However, if I get any free Saturday, Sundays, I'll definitely host classes in those days. So that is one problem that I have. So I'm doing 3 triple crochets, guys. And then we are going to have chain 2, and we are going to have 3 triple crochets again. So 1 1 2. By this time you guys should know how to do triple crochets, isn't it? I repeated it so many times. And after your triple crochet sets are done, do a chain 1, right? Then proceed to the 4th side, guys. That is, we are going to have 3 double crochets. So 1 2 and 3. Do a chain 1, then guys again 3 double crochets. So 1 2 and 3 and chain 1. Okay guys, now we are left with the last stitch, that is the last corner, the 4th one. The pattern is exactly same. So let's proceed, guys. Yarn over twice, insert your hook in the same space, pull the yarn through it, do your triple crochets. In this way we are going to have total 3 triple crochets. In this way, okay? Chain 2, guys, and then again 3 triple crochets. Okay, so we are done. Do a chain 1 after that, and finally insert your hook in the first double crochet stitch of the round, pull the yarn through it, pull the first loop through the second loop in this way to make a slip stitch, and your round 3 is completed. Now guys, one important thing, I am keeping this particular square aside and continuing with this particular square. So here also we did till the slip stitch. So we did total, guys, 3 rounds in both the squares. This one I did in front of you, this was done earlier. Now guys, according to me, my requirement, I will be making 4 such squares in the front and 4 such squares at the back and join them together, okay, to make a sling bag for myself. That will be a side sling bag, okay, a nice one, a big one for a sling bag, okay. Now guys, many of you will have many other requirements, like you're not satisfied with this size of the square, you want a bigger square, okay. So for a bigger square I'm going to share with you the round 4, okay. However, I will stick to only 3 rounds for a square, but for those who are interested to learn 4 rounds, for them I'm doing the next round, okay. Now your choice, now it's your turn to make your choice for the tote bag, okay. So do your chain 2, okay, and forget that you did, we are going to do a round of double crochets. So the pattern is exactly, this round 4 pattern is going to be the same for round 4 of the previous Daisy Granny Square live that I did, if you want to stick with that. However, if you're following this live, stick to this pattern, okay. Yarn over, insert your hook in the same stitch where you did your slip stitch. Okay, just let me see. Let me do with this one, guys. You'll understand better because that one had a different pattern. So slip stitch, chain 2, yarn over, insert your hook in the same stitch where you did your slip stitch, pull the yarn outside and do your double crochet. Yarn over, do your double crochet in the next stitch. In the next stitch also do a double crochet. Then do a double crochet in the chain 1 space that you did in the previous round. Don't skip the chain 1 space as we are following the solid granny square pattern in round 4. Then we have got 3 double crochets, so we are going to have 1 double crochet in each one of them. So 1, 2 and 3. Then we have got the chain 1 space, there we are going to have 1 double crochet. Then we have the first triple crochet, there we are going to have 1 double crochet. In the next stitch also 1 double crochet and 1 double crochet in the following stitch. Okay guys, just follow whatever I'm showing. No, it is not compulsory for you to do 4 rounds. However, if you want a bigger square, then you can follow this pattern. For the tote bag, those who are interested in making a tote bag or a blanket, in the next class I'll be showing you how to join the squares together. Thank you, Aradhya, for all your lovely phrases that you have shared here. In the chain 2 space, we are going to have, guys, 3 double crochets. 1, 2 and 3. Then we are going to have chain 2 and 3 double crochets in the same space. Just observe whatever I'm doing. Now, doing round 4 will increase the size of the square. So if you want a bigger square, then only follow this pattern. Then in the next 3 triple crochet stitches, do 1 double crochet in each one of them. Remember, don't skip any stitch, otherwise it will cause little bit problem while joining. Okay, then in the chain 1 space, do 1 double crochet. In the next 3 stitches, 1 double crochet in each of them, guys. The class will end soon, so don't worry. In 5 minutes it will be completed. In the chain 1 space, do 1 double crochet. Lovely to say too. Yes, dear. Yes, Aradhya. Thanks for being my regular viewer. So you guys who join in my every classes, thanks to you guys. And those who are completely new, I will request you guys to subscribe to my channel, because that is really going to help me to grow, because I also earn through YouTube and that will help me to earn more, isn't it? So insert your hook in each stitch like this. Yes, I know. Thank you. Thanks to you too. Thank you. In the chain 1 space, do 1 double crochet. So guys, don't skip any space except the corner space where you are going to do 3 double crochets, chain 2 and 3 double crochets. In other all stitches and spaces, we are going to have 1 double crochets in each one of them. Yes, so we are going to have only 5 minutes more, because in today's class I am going to share only a granny square pattern. In the next class, Monday, I will be sharing a lavender flower pattern, and in Tuesday, most probably, I will be sharing how to join the squares together. Okay, so this tote bag class is going to be divided in two parts. Today only the granny square part, and in the next class, in the next tote bag class, I will be sharing how to join the squares together. Because in this way you guys will have enough time to make all your squares ready to make the tote bag. So that is really fair enough for many of you who are doing along with me, and that is also a good practice, and that will also give me enough time to make my squares also. However, I'm not going to make all the squares. I'm going to make only 8 squares because I'm going to make a sling bag. Okay, in this way 3 double crochets, chain 2, and 3 double crochets in the corner. Just write down, okay, the pattern whatever I'm sharing with you. Thank you for the hearts. In the next 3 triple crochets, 1 double crochet in each one of them. So why aren't we doing triple crochets anymore? Because in the third round we already formed a square. So we don't want, so from round 4 onwards we are having a regular square pattern. Okay, thank you. Thanks for joining in, Mert Virol. Thank you. And do subscribe to my channel if you are completely new. Okay, so in the next space, guys, we are going to have 1 double crochet, and we are going to have 1 double crochet in each of the next 3 stitches, like this. Thanks a lot. And in the next space also 1 double crochet. Make sure that you don't skip any space. This is a solid granny pattern from the 4th round. I'm going to share with you another alternative that you can do if you are not going to join so many squares together. You can make a big square. Just increase the number of rounds. The pattern is going to be exactly same as that of round 4. 1 double crochet in each stitch around. Okay, and my channel. Okay, so okay guys, so if you want to make one big square, then do it accordingly. Okay, so in that way you need to make 2 squares, one in the front, one at the back, and you can join them at 3 sides. At the top you can attach a zipper. However, in the next class I will not be sharing with you how to join the zipper because I have shifted to a new place, and of course I don't have access to the zippers at this moment. However, slowly if I get time I'll buy them, and I'll share with you how to attach zipper also. That is really easy. In earlier previous videos also, in some of them I shared how to join zippers, but those were many years ago, so I will have to look for them. So anyways, in this way continue with your square. If you want a one big square in the front, one big square at the back, of course you can do that. If you want to make 4 squares in the front, like I will do 4 squares at the back, then you can make a sling bag for you or a small handbag. If you want to make a bigger tote, you can make 9 bags, 9 squares in the front, 9 squares at the back, total 18 squares you will have to do. Accordingly you choose. Since I don't have so much, truly speaking, I don't have enough time to make so many squares because I've shifted to a new place, right? And I'm also involved in many other things, so I cannot make so many squares and join them, right? So that's why I will stick to only 8 squares, 4 in the front, 4 at the back. But if you are making a bigger granny, you're most welcome to make as many number of squares as you want. Okay, let's continue. In the corner, of course, 3 double crochets. Then guys, we are going to have chain 2, and then we are going to have 3 double crochets. Thank you, Aradhya, for sharing so many lovely things here. In this way, 3 double crochets. Then guys, in the next 3 triple crochet stitches, 1 double crochet in each one of them, we have nearly completed our class today. At the only little bit is left, so I'm just doing 1 double crochet in each and every remaining stitches and spaces. See, it is becoming a bigger square and it's looking pretty also. So let's continue, guys. In each stitch we are going to have 1 double crochet in each one of them, like this. I hope by this time you understood the pattern. I will bring up my written pattern soon. I'm not sure whether today, but surely by tomorrow that will be ready in my website. So you can follow www.hookedinloopsbyshabari.com. It's written in the description box. So if you want, you can of course follow my website also. You will get a bunch of free written patterns there. If you're a beginner, you can practice those. So 1 double crochet in each of the last sets of corner stitches. In the last corner space we are going to have 3 double crochets. So 1, 2 and 3. Then we are going to have chain 2. Then we are going to have 3 double crochets. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. Thank you. This means a lot. Do subscribe because that will really help me out in my channel, in my growth. And I really want to grow in my YouTube also. So like this, we have completed our last corner and the last set of stitches are left. So in the triple crochet stitches, 1 double crochet in each one of them. And in the last space also 1 double crochet. Do a slip stitch in the first double crochet stitch, do a chain 1, and guys, it's done, completed. And just cut your yarn, pull the loop, and your square is ready. If you want to make a very big tote bag, however, I am not so tall, so that's why I prefer short tote bags. I'm sharing with you guys one of them. Like, this is not a crochet one. This is a normal one. Just I'm sharing with you the size. Okay. So this is a tote bag. Oops. This is a tote bag that I carry. So if I make a square like this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think you can make 6 squares in the front if you want, and 6 squares at the back if you want. So that will be a small tote bag for you. Okay, but if you see, last day I made the heart in the class and I attached it to my bag, so it really looks pretty. So I'm just sharing with you the size, the one that I like to carry. Okay, so I'm just sharing with you the size. It's your wish how which size you want your tote bag to be. I personally prefer, now if you want a big square like this, you can make as many number of squares you want. Just draw it in a piece of paper. Okay, like I have planned to make 4 squares in the front, 4 squares at the back. Okay, and I will be joining them together to make my sling bag. but for that I will not be doing 4 rounds. I will be sticking to 3 rounds because I want a 3 round square, a smaller square to join them, because I don't want my sling bag to be too big. I want it to be a small one. Now if you want a very big bag, you want a big square, if you want a make a blanket, okay, for that make such big squares and join them, as I will be sharing you how to join. Now guys, one thing, for joining 4 rounds and for joining 3 round squares, the pattern will be exactly same. We will be joining either by slip stitches or single crochet stitches. The corner has chain 2 in both the cases, and in this case there are only double crochet stitches, so we will be having one double crochet, one single crochet or one slip stitch in each stitch around. That can be the case for this 4 round one, and for this one we will be having one single crochet or slip stitch in each stitch, as well as we will be counting the chain 1 spaces also. So accordingly we will be joining, the pattern will be exactly same. Okay, so that is it for today. I will be continuing with 3 round square. If you want, you can continue with 4 round square. I have shared pattern for both. Okay, so I hope you liked this class. If you have any queries, do let me know. And before planning to make your bag, make a square, make a plan in your thank you so much के लिए कुछ भी नहीं है, बस खुद ही है. Wow. Okay, so just make a plan, rough sketch of what you want to make, how many squares you want. Make a rough sketch like that. Like for example, I will be starting to join my square in this way and continue till here. Then I start from this side and continue till here. This is how I'm going to join my 4 squares. If you're going to join your 9 squares, you can do it in this way. Start from here, continue like this, and continue like this. Top portion you can start from here and continue like this. You can continue like this from this side. Accordingly you will get your direction by yourself. Okay, the next day I will be sharing you how to join the squares. Just make sure you have a page with you so that you can draw it and understand from which direction you will start joining it. Okay, that is one thing that you can do, practice. Follow the same thing from the other side also. So that's it guys for today. Thank you so much for joining in. Thank you Akshata, this means a lot. Thank you Aradhya. Thanks you Tamanna for joining in. For all those who are regular viewers, this means a lot. Thank you Aradhya. Okay, so now I will be ending my live class. In this moment, all that's amazing is the beauty around its world of wonder. Okay, great. Okay, bye guys, take care.